This is a video tutorial on how to make CUE files when you do not have one. So for example, I'll just make sure this is running. Yes, it is. So for example, I have an album here called Elvis Presley, If I Can Dream. Now, we've got the date there up the top, which is on the folder, 2015. We have the title. We have a couple of cover photos, pictures, and 3 text documents. But there's no CUE file, and this file is, if we can go into the length, we'll see how long it is. Hang on. Length, here we go. Right, so it's nearly 50 minutes. And in that 50 minutes, you've got quite a few songs. So how do we split this without a CUE? Because everything that you split with requires a CUE file. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. First of all, you got to download this one called CUE Correct and CUE Corrector. Here it is. I'll put the link in the description so you can download it. Now, this is the download link for Net Framework 4.5, which you must have. I use this one, and I did not have Net 5. So when I went to open it, it prompted me. It said, you do not have Net 5. Would you like to download it now? So I said yes. It took me to the correct website, the correct download. I downloaded, installed it, restarted CUE Corrector, and it started. No problems. So you've got 2 different choices there, depending on what your net framework is. Most people have 4.5, so you can use either one. The other tool you need is CUETools. Right, so you go down here to CUETools and to the download section, and you download this one, and also okay, that's previous releases. That's the one I downloaded, I'm pretty sure. But you got the dependencies, the plugin dependencies, and you also download these for whatever your system is. I've got 64-bit, so I downloaded those. You don't have to select the location. It's a straight out install. So you download, install that one first, and then install this one second. You'll be ready to go then. Right, so that's the 2 tools you need. So we're looking at this, and we've got 3 text documents. Now, 2 are actual texts, and 1 is a log. That's the one you want, is the log file. So what we do, we open up CUE Corrector and go to the folder where your music is, which I have navigated to here. And here you'll see the 2 text files, one there, and you'll see the log file. Now this works with other files as well. If it's called a TOC file, you can do it with a TOC file. This program looks at the log file as the TOC file. So you right click on this and create CUE from TOC. So what it's doing, it's seeing this as a TOC file. If we if we actually go into it and have a look, we'll translate this to English. And if you look over here, this is what's inside the file. You have all the track timings. All right. So it's saying there's 14 tracks with all the timings, start and end sectors. Okay. So that's what you do. You right click and create CUE from TOC. Now watch over here to the right. What happens? Okay. So what it did, it put in the artist's name, the album, the disc ID, and the CUE Corrector file. So we look down here and it's all set up the way a CUE file should be. And we scroll down and we see it's got 14 tracks. Right, the only problem is there's no tracks here on this side. And you have to have tracks to create the CUE file. Because if I say save CUE here, right, and go there and go to save CUE, go to my folder, right, it will save the CUE. There we go. Right, it will skip, it will work properly for what it's supposed to do, but there'll be no track names when you go to split it. So what we're going to do is, I'll delete that one. What we're going to do, we're going to import the track names up here. So what you do, to do that, you do a general search, right? This is what I did. If I Can Dream 2015 Discogs and Elvis Presley or Elvis. So you see that Discogs gives you your search results for Discogs website. Click on that and make sure it's got 14 tracks. Now, some of these, here's the title, If I Can Dream. Okay. So some of these I noticed had 16 tracks. So you get the one that has the 14 tracks. Then you copy the tracks, highlight them, copy them, minimize that, and in here, paste the tracks. Now we don't want this here because that's not part of the track name. In fact, it is part of the track name. Right, so there we go. We got the track names with the numbers. Now, if you look in here, this is number and track title, right? So we go to put it down there and it won't go down. So we use these tools. Clean the beginning of the lines, right? Because the track numbers are already there. Now, if we go to put it down here, it still won't come down. So what you got to do is edit this, remove the number, and just have track title. Now it all goes. Now everything goes down to the bottom, and you just click OK in the bottom right. And as you see over here in the bottom left, everything is here now. So this will now correlate with this on the right hand side, down the bottom. You can now go ahead and hit Save CUE on the right there, and you have to click Edited CUE Sheet, because that's what it is. We just made a new CUE sheet, so we've got Edited CUE Sheet here, and down the bottom, Save CUE. So save CUE in the same location as your tracks and click Save. So now that's everything done here. Now what you do, you open up CUETools and locate your track. So I have to scroll up, go to my I'm looking for a new folder. There it is. Covers. And this is the track. This is the CUE that we just made. So now we make sure it's on encode. It's on default up the top here. All right. Encode. Select tracks from here. Select lossless or whatever you want. Make sure it's FLAC. Audio file format is FLAC. And we're using CUETools. All right, we just as default, and leave everything on default and click go. So we'll come up with this. If you notice, this one's all capitalized, and this one, there's a slight difference with the information on the left hand side. I normally choose this where it's got more information. So click OK. It found the cover, right? OK. And now it will process. It won't take very long. Everything's accurately ripped. All right. So we can minimize that. Go back to the folder. And here's all my tracks from 1 to 14. Now, if you're not perfectly sure on whether it's the right track for the right file, you can also open it.
My brain is flaming. I don't know which way to go.
Right, and we know that that is called Burning Love, and that's what we just played. Here's another one, In the Ghetto.
Cause if there's one thing that she don't need.
And I don't have to listen to any more. I know that that track is In the Ghetto. So that's how you do it. For FLAC, it will work for APE files. Very, very handy for APE. And it also will work with ALAC files. I'm sure the lossless for Apple lossless, I'm sure it will work for them, but it's not tested. I haven't tested this for MP3 or other formats either. But I have tested it for flac, and I've tested it for APE files. So I hope this helps you all. You don't have to type in any notepad. You don't have to figure around. It's a simple process. You just right click, create talk, follow the instructions, and you will have no worries whatsoever. Easiest method I I could not find on the internet. I had to figure this out myself. So I hope it helps everyone out. Thanks for watching.